enabler. One that enables another to achieve an end, especially one who enables another to persist in self-destructive behavior, as substance abuse, or a broken system, by providing excuses or making it possible to avoid the consequences of such behavior.
Whether or not you agree that in-person voter fraud exists, and I will say that as 8 years being Indiana Secretary of State, it does exist. We have allegations made every election. That doesn't mean I'm trying to denigrate Hoosiers. We are some of the, I think, most reasonable, common sense, God-loving, patriotic people that this nation knows. But if it's happening in Indiana, it's happening everywhere.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it does strike me odd that Barack Obama was up so much in New Hampshire one day before, and that the exit polls, a lot of them say that people still voted for him as the winner. I'm not saying something was funny going on there, but it does bother me that a private company runs the polling machines and that only they certainly seem to know what went on in that.
And isn't it interesting that they changed their name from Diebold to, what is it, Precision Election Machinery or something?
No, they changed it to KFC.
I'm a computer programmer. Mr. Curtis, are there programs that can be used to secretly fix elections?
Yes.
How do you know that to be the case?
Because in October of 2000, I wrote a prototype for President Congressman Tom Feeney at the company I worked for in Oviedo, Florida, that did just that.
And when you say did just that, it would rig an election?
It would flip the vote 51-49 to whoever you wanted it to go to and whichever race you wanted to win.
And would that program that you designed be something that elections officials that might be on county boards of elections could detect?
They'd never see it.
My name is John Silvestro. I'm a resident of Londonderry, New Hampshire. I'm also the president of LHS's. We supplied the original optical scan voting machines to New Hampshire back in 1985, and we have been the supplier of optical scan and support services to the communities since then. Again, this is Harry's card. This is the one that he has programmed to count these ballots. This card will go into this slot. The tape shows that there is one question on this ballot, and that is the question, yes or no. Okay, let me get the ballots. Here, once again, these are the ballots. Only two are marked with the yes, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all no's. We're going to insert these ballots, these are all the no's, at a precinct. 7. And the last no ballot, 8. Oh my.
Oh no!
What is it? What is it?
7 yes, 1 no.
What we have to do is construct a company. There's nothing about it because it's all rigged. I mean, the whole conversation is rigged. The fact that we don't get to a discussion before the break about what we're going to do in the lame duck. It's just rigged. This stuff's rigged.
Do you know if there are any other dead people on the list, or just checking to make sure there aren't?
It says that you will. How would I know if they were dead or not?
This video from a group called Project Veritas is entitled "Dead People Receive Ballots in New Hampshire."
The poll workers did not know that they were being video or audio tape.
They went into 14 New Hampshire poll locations Tuesday with hidden cameras and names of people who died in the past couple weeks.
The voting ID laws in New Hampshire do not require one to show ID when they vote. So we thought, what would happen if we went into these polling places and we gave them the name of a deceased person? Would we receive a ballot? And they did hand us ballots in almost every occasion.
Do you have a Roger Groux, G-R-O-U-X? It's 191
Roger.
Morgan.
What is the address?
191 Morgan.
That's it. We have you here. You're a Republican.
The group insists they did not break any laws and never claimed they were the person.
Vote fraud may happen with an open system that we can see, but then we can see it, or it may happen with a concealed system we can't see that's controlled by a corporation. But what we have to have is a structure so that we can see what's going on. Because if we can see it, that will ultimately help prevent vote fraud or catch it or expose it. So what's going on now, it's unbelievably dangerous to the whole democratic structure. In fact, it removes the democratic structure. What we have is already we have one company which is in charge of results reporting for it. I wrote in my article over 525 United States jurisdictions this fall. It's actually going to be over 900 jurisdictions in 26 states. Instead of, like, you'll go to your county website and you'll look at that and it'll say, oh, here's the results. Well, not really. In over 900 counties, when you go to your county website, you're actually looking at a redirected site out of Tampa, Florida. And so all the results for 26 states and 900 locations are actually going to Tampa, Florida before they're reported. And then we add to that. That firm that reports the results is then purchased by another firm out of Spain. And that firm out of Spain also produces the voting system. Now, there you get, and by the way, the type of voting that firm is, which is called SCYTL, S-C-Y-T-L, the type of voting that it's promoting is the worst kind of voting. It's internet voting. And the reason it's the worst is because the public can't see who cast the votes into that internet system.
I decided to look up CITL, do a little bit of research on them. It turns out CITL has had one investor. The name of the investor is Balderton Capital Management. Tim joined Balderton as a general partner in 2007. He was previously a partner of Goldman Sachs, where he spent 18 years at Goldman. Tim held various roles, including global head equity capital markets and vice chairman of Goldman Sachs International from 2005 to 2006. Now let's take a look at this. Mark Evans. Mark spent 15 years at Goldman Sachs in Europe, Asia, and the U.S. Charlotte. Before Massive Charlotte, Ann spent a year as a part of a task force established by Prime Minister Tony Blair to drive delivery of the government's key objectives. So as you can see, the voter fraud is run rampant in the country. Okay, it's not just about people that are going up and committing voter fraud at the booths, but it's an inside job as well. And the voting machines have been fixed. They're fixed all over the place. So if everything is fixed, ask yourself a quick logical question. If you are a voter, are you really a patriot? Or are you an enabler? So think about this before you make a vote. And if your answer is that you believe that the system is broken, then are you not just being an enabler by participating in it?